No, not now. Stop. Yeah? Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, we're gonna carry on from where we left off yesterday, and the topic was sleeping. Okay, I hope you're all awake. Are you all awake?
Yeah.
Right.
No, there's someone not.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We're going to talk about sleeping today. Okay, yesterday we talked about sleeping, and the other topic that we talked about was the mobile phone. Okay, and the dangers of mobile phone, keeping the mobile phone with you, how close, where it should be at night time. Put that phone away, Jose. Yeah.
Remember they said you can't use electric things at night
Yeah.
when you sleep? But it means that you do it every single day.
What do you use?
You charge it at night.
Yeah, you can charge it at night, but like I say, is don't charge it and leave it on all night. Do you understand?
We do.
You shouldn't.
When nothing happens.
Alhamdulillah. Then you thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that nothing happens. Okay? Because, say Alhamdulillah, right? The thing is so many times if you leave something plugged in at night, you don't know what's happening if your electric goes wrong, you know, if it starts on fire, if it sets on fire. 2 years ago, I put a heater on upstairs and I left it and I just walked out of the room. And about 2 minutes later, I could smell fire, like smoke. Yeah? And I went inside the room and, you know, from the socket, there was smoke coming out of the socket. And if I left it any longer, it would have set on fire. Do you understand? So these things that you have to take care of. It's best to put something on charge. So for example, when you go home now, if you want to put it on charge. At least someone's awake. If anything happens to it, then at least you're there. But at night time, in the hadith, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam says to the nearest meaning that, you know, in the olden days, there used to be, probably Sufyan, in the olden days, they used to have fires. You know, like a fire which they used to like leave inside the house. Do you understand? Let it burn. But Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that before you go sleep, turn it off. Do you understand? Because maybe a sparkle or something comes from there and sets the house on fire. In the same way, electrical stuff. You understand? Majority of the electrical stuff, like your washing machine and that, and things that are plugged in and stay on, that's different. So you don't turn your freezer off, you don't turn your microwave off. You understand? These things stay plugged in, you leave them plugged in. But extras, especially iPads, especially phones, especially computers, laptops. So I was just reading the other day, about 2 weeks ago, someone left their laptop on their bed, on their duvet, do you understand? So the laptop was on, and they left it on their bed, they fell asleep. So what happened, the cooling fan didn't cool the laptop up, didn't cool the laptop. That's why you get sometimes a cooling pad that you can put underneath the laptop, and it cools the pad down. So they left the laptop on there, they left it on charge, they went to sleep, their duvet set on fire. So these things are very, very important.
Did the person set on fire?
No, he was saved. Yeah, go on.
Once I was playing hide and seek.
Louder, Suleiman.
Once I was playing hide and seek with my cousins, and I hid behind the door, but my cousin told me not to go behind the door and close it because there was a little wire and the door would go onto it.
Yeah. So these wires, you know, especially these wires, you have to take care of. Electrical stuff you have to take care of. That's okay. That's why children, sometimes if you have children inside the house, and you know the sockets, Ibrahim, go on. You know the sockets, they put these covers on the sockets so children don't put their fingers inside them. Okay, go on.
Once I was at my granddad's house.
Yeah. Louder.
And when it was 2 kids upstairs.
It wasn't Ismail and Ibrahim, was it?
No.
All right.
And then I got a plug. I tried to plug it in so the lamp would turn on. But then when I tried to plug it in, there was a bigger girl as well with me, and I tried to plug it in. Yeah. When I let go, a little bit of fire drops went onto the carpet, and I said to the big girl, "Oh, I'm not going to do that again." And said, "Oh, what happened?" So she tried, and then it happened again. Yeah,
you have to take care of these electrical sockets. Do you understand? One day I went into my room, I turned the light on, switched the light on, and the bulb went bang!
Whoa!
Bang! The bulb went bang. I ran out and I went to the window and jumped out the window. I said, "Oh!" And guess what? I landed in the middle of the road, a car didn't come, I was lucky. Yeah. So I switched the light on and it went bang, do you understand? So you have to take it.
Did you do I believe I can fly?
I believe I can fly. Yeah, go on. Right, listen guys, come on. Yeah, so that's why they say, you know, sometimes parents, what they do, Abdul Hadi, I'm over here, sometimes parents, what they do is they leave an electrical heater on in the bedroom, so before you go inside the room, the bedroom is warm. My advice to you is put as 5 heaters on, do you understand?
No.
My advice to you is put as many heaters as you want on, but at the same time, someone should be there just in case something happens. Like, what do you call it? An electrical blanket now as well. So many times, have you heard of an electrical blanket?
Yeah.
Right, what happens is you plug it in, and there's like a blanket, and it's got a little wires in it, and then you can control it. So your bed is warm, do you understand? So you can control it, and yeah, so it warms the bed up really, really nice. Now, yeah, now what happens is, you can use the electrical blanket. There's nothing wrong with that. What I used to do is I used to use the electrical blanket. So I used to be inside the room. For example, I'm going to go sleep at 10 o'clock. So 9 o'clock I'll put it on, but I'll be inside the room. Do you understand? And then before I go to sleep, then I will switch it off. The bed will be warm. And because it's warm, it will stay warm. But if you fall asleep whilst the blanket is on, I'm not saying that it will. There's all these tests that are done on the blankets that will it go on fire or will it get on fire. Do you understand? I mean, I was watching this clip the other day. What happened was someone had an electrical blanket and they had, what do you call it, a hot water bottle. So they had a hot water bottle. The hot water bottle was cheap. It was like £1. So when they put hot water in it, boiling hot water in it, and they closed it, you shouldn't use a hot water bottle with an electrical blanket. Alright, you shouldn't use. These are all things that I'm telling you. So in life, so when you grow a bit older and you say I want a blanket, then you can think. You understand that what I need to do? Leave the blanket on as long as you are there. You understand? As long as you are awake. When you want to go sleep, then turn the blanket off. What happened is the hot water bottle, it was in the blanket. Do you understand? The hot water bottle, because it was really, really hot and it was cheap quality, it burst. The water went onto the electrical blanket, and what happens when water touches electric, we all know. Yeah, so I'm not saying that he did or she did get electrocuted, but these are things that before you go to sleep, you need to check, you need to make sure that your bed is safe. Because you don't want to go to sleep in your bed at night and wake up in the morning in the grave.
Nice.
You understand? You don't want to go sleep in your bed and wake up in the grave. Meaning you passed away. You got electrocuted. You died. Your blanket set on fire. Your hot water bottle burst. You understand? Or anything. Or your mobile phone that was on charge, it exploded. Your head was underneath. Your head exploded as well. Right. Oh, go on, Hannah. Sufyan, sit properly.
Because it might be so hot inside when you have the hot water bottle inside the electrical blanket. You might not only get electrocuted, but you might burn yourself.
You can burn yourself as well. I mean, I know people that have got these cheap and nasty hot water bottles, 3 for £5. You understand? They've used it, and at night time the hot water bottle has popped, and they get these big bubbles on the legs.
Is it like blisters?
It's blisters because they burn. Do you understand? Yeah, go on.
Can only rechargeable batteries like
I think you need to be
fire?
recharged. Yeah. Yeah, go on. What? Sulaiman, you're right there. Yeah. Yeah, go on. Look. The point that I'm trying to make, listen to me. The point that I'm trying to make is you can have all the luxuries that you want. You can have all the luxuries. You can have a hot water bottle. You can have a nice blanket. You can have a beautiful duvet. You can have beautiful heaters, beautiful mobiles and everything. But at night time, you switch everything off that is connected with electric. Do you understand? Those things that need to stay on, they will stay on. Sit properly, Musa. Sit properly. Those things that need to stay on, they will stay on. Do you understand? Like your microwave, your fridge. Do you understand? Don't go home at night time and mum says, right, night time, and you start shutting everything off. And you switch this off, switch, and your mum says, what's happening over here?
You don't have to just switch them all off.
Yeah,
you just have to go outside and...
Yeah, so what I'm saying is you don't do this. Because then your mum or dad's going to come to the mosque and say, what are you teaching my children? I'm saying anything that you need, like your laptop shouldn't be on your mattress. Your laptop shouldn't be on your bed. If you're doing homework, you put it away, yeah.
You should pop, if you're using your laptop on your bed, yeah, and put a cushion over your legs so then it doesn't burn.
Yeah, that's one. You get a cooling pad as well. Do you understand? That's if you use a laptop. But you don't need to be on these electrical things too much. You don't need to be on there too much. Yeah, go on.
What happens if the electrical blanket, you turn it on and you go in the bed? What happens if you're sleeping in the bed while it's on?
Yeah, nothing happens. It is made in such a way that whilst you are sleeping, it can stay on. Do you understand? It has settings, number 4, number 3, number 2, number 1. It can, as soon as that ends, that comes, cut it off, okay? And then send them, argument them. So as soon as, the electric blanket, it warms up and everything, you can turn it low. I always turn it off. I always turn it off and your bed stays warm. If you leave it on for about half an hour beforehand, you understand, inside your bed, your electrical blanket, you leave it on for half an hour and you're covered with a duvet. And then before you go to sleep, that's if you need it. When you get old like me and Buddha, then you need it. You guys are young yet. You don't need it. Yeah, go on.
What's a duvet?
Duvet.
It's not big.
Wait. Don't you know what a duvet is? Do you put grass on you at night time and go sleep? Or do you put...
It's a really, really big blanket.
What do you call it? Blanket. Yeah, what do you call it in your language? Rajai or Rajai? Jaja. Yes. So, look, we learned something new today. A blanket is called cha-cha. Huh? Say that again. Gumball. Blanket. Right, guys, okay. Right, 1 minute now. Let's just do a little bit of reading. Before you go to sleep, listen to me carefully now. Listen, I don't want anyone putting their hands up now. Later on now. Before you go to sleep, sit properly, Hamza. Sufyan, sit properly. Before you go to sleep, you do wuzu. Okay, it's very hard to do wuzu.
That's the band of the dua for the
Right, wait. Look, let me explain something. I heard this. I have to check this if this is true or not, okay? I heard this and I read this as well. I've heard this a number of times and I'm going to tell you this. Do you understand? And as far as I know this is true, I do need to double check it. But as far as I know this is true, listen to me carefully now. Everyone look at me. Izyan, Zirik, Musa, Hamza. Everyone look at me. Ismail, make sure you listen. Okay, Ibrahim. Before you go to sleep, if you do wuzu, right? We talked about wuzu the other day. We talked about the 4 faraz of wuzu. We talked about how to perform your wuzu, okay? If you do your wuzu and then you go inside your bed, then you go to sleep, then at night time, your soul, you know, inside your body there's a soul. Alright, without your soul, your body means nothing. We can't see the soul. You know what I'm saying? We can't see the soul. But your body and your soul is 2 different things. Adam alayhi salatu wassalam was created. He was created out of mud. So that was his body. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blew into him his soul. The soul we cannot see. Do you understand? But if you were to take the soul out of a person, then this person will be dead. Then if you bring this dead person home, then everyone will run away. You understand? The only thing that is missing, because a dead person in the house, no one wants a dead person in the house. There's nothing to laugh about. That you don't want a dead person in the house. So the point that I'm trying to make is we are nothing without our soul. Okay? Soul. Nothing. We are nothing without our soul. When you perform wudu, so at night time now, listen to me and understand this carefully. At night time now, you say to your mum, Mummy, I am going to sleep now. And your mummy says, Tata. Right? And you say, no Tata, say Assalamu alaikum. You understand? You say, no, see you tomorrow, say Assalamu alaikum. Okay? So then you say Assalamu alaikum, and then you say, Allah protect you, Ismail listen, Isaac listen, and then you go upstairs and you think to yourself, I'm just going to go into bed now, but then you remember that today in the mosque, what did we learn about? Wudu. We learn about wudu. Ustaz said that we're going to do wudu. Alright? So then you go to do wudu. Then you do your wudu. Then you come back and then you go inside your bed. Cover your mouth, Ismail, you're going to swallow us. Right? Then you go inside your bed, then you read the dua, then you sleep on the right hand side, then you go to sleep. When you go to sleep, put your hands down, I'm not going to ask you any questions yet. When you go to sleep, your soul leaves your body. Where does it go? It goes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's throne. And if you are in wudu, then your soul goes there and it does a sajda. It does a sajda. It goes into sajda. If you did wudu before you went to sleep, your soul will go up. Your soul will go to the arsh, the throne of Allah, and it will do a sajda there. And once it does that sajda, and when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to return your soul will come back into your body. Now, one thing over here. If you were to die that night, if anyone was to die that night, what do you think? Do you think you've died in a good way or a bad way?
Good way.
Why? Because where was your soul? Your soul was doing sajda. So when the angel of death came looking for your soul, you were already up there. You were already in sajda. Your soul was already in sajda. So that's a beautiful death. That's a beautiful death.
Because
but now,
if you've been naughty and it takes his soul away.
yes. Now, so for example, now you go home. Alright? Now your supper's ready. You're eating what do you call it? Fat chips. I don't want any noise. You're eating homemade pizza and you're eating homemade fat chips, and you've got a nice boiled egg and beans and mushy peas, and you've got the best vegetables, sprouts. Right, guys, be quiet. Now you've ate your supper. After you've ate your supper, you go on the sofa and you lay down and you say, Mummy, can I have a jam roly-poly? Right? Right. So then you have a jam roly-poly. You understand? It's a nice cake type of thing. Or you have apple pie and you have custard with it. Or you have ice cream. Everyone be quiet. Or you have a lemon pie or whatever, I don't know. Or a lemon cake.
Lemon ice cream.
Right, guys, be quiet. Now you go upstairs. Now your mummy says, okay, baby, you go to sleep now. And you say, oh, okay, mummy, I'm going to sleep now. Or daddy, I'm going to sleep now. And then you go up to sleep. Isaac, Zirik. And then you go up to sleep, huh? Okay, then you go up to sleep. Then without reading the dua, you jump in bed. Without doing wudu, you jump in bed. Alright? And then you say to your brother, oh, what do you think about that horrid Henry cartoon we watched? Right? And then you say to your brother and your sister, tomorrow we're going to do that to mummy and daddy. You understand? Right? Okay? So you talk about these things. You don't do your wudu, you don't read your dua, you don't sleep on the right hand side. Instead of doing your wudu inside your bed, because of the baked beans that you've ate, you're going bang, bang, bang. Do you know what bang, bang, bang means? Yeah. No. Baked beans, because of your baked beans, you're farting. Yeah. You're laying in bed, instead of doing wudu, you're breaking your wudu. Right?
I was going to ask, what is the purpose of doing wudu when you get a break?
No, you won't break it. So, listen. So, instead of doing your wudu, you're breaking your wudu. Do you understand? You're laying in bed. Now, at night time, your soul, where will it go? It will go to the throne of Allah. But because you are not clean, you have not done wudu, your soul will just wander around there. And it's like a lost soul. Like, oh, where shall I go now? Where shall I go now? Yeah. And your soul will be returned. Like Arzu is doing. Where shall I go now? Yeah. Yeah, so your soul will walk around, fly around over there. Everyone else's soul. Your brother, he's done wudu and gone to sleep, his soul is in sajda. Your sister, her soul is in sajda. Your mother, she's done wudu, her soul is in sajda. Your father has done wudu, his soul is in sajda.
Before sleeping.
Yeah, you are just flying around over there, looking at everyone. Oh, there's Huzaifa in sajda, there's Sufyan, there's Zirik, there's Izyan, there's Hamza, there's Isa. Right, there's everyone in sajda, but you know what? Right, but you know what? Me, I haven't done wudu, so I'm not going to go into sajda. Now, if the angel of death is coming to take your soul, now it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but wouldn't it have been better if you had done your wuzu? So who is going to do wuzu from tonight before they go to sleep?
We're all gonna die.
We're not going to die. We're not going to die. So everyone, put your hands down. Right, so Musa is saying he's going to forget to do wuzu. Instead, he's going to do pangra. Amma, ba. Right, okay. So Allah give you a long life, but what's your dad's name? Usman, is it? I'm going to speak to your dad and ask him.
It's Amjad.
Is it Usman or who's your dad's name?
Amjad.
Huh? What's your dad? Usman, I'm going to speak to him. I'm going to say to him, we're trying to teach Musa to do wuzu before he sleeps. And he's saying, I'm going to do pangra. Let him come into the mosque. Right, okay guys. So the lesson that we have learned today. What is the lesson that we have learned today? Before you go to sleep, you need to do wuzu. Sit down everyone. Right, Ibrahim, what have you learned today? Isaac, what have you learned today? It's okay, leave him. Isaac, what have you learned today? Ismail, what have you learned today?
If you do wuzu before you go to sleep, you'll do sajda.
Your soul will do sajda. Okay? Aliha.
Your soul will go to the crown of Allah.
Throne, not crown, throne. Zirik.
And if you die, you shouldn't have gone in the grave. And if you break your
Yeah. Now listen to me. Now let me explain something to you. Now you were going to go sleep now, okay? You were going to go sleep. So you said to your mom and dad, bye-bye, and I've made the intention that I am going to sleep, Amelia, yeah? This is what you say, that I'm going to sleep. Now you go upstairs. You remember what Stasab told you. Now you did wuzu. Do you understand? You're ready to go sleep. Now you go into bed, and because you've ate beans, and because you've slept on your right hand side, your tummy gets squashed a little bit, or your brother jumps on your tummy and your pad comes out. Right, listen. If that happens, Zirik, get up, get into that corner. Ismail, do you want to go with him? Right, now, if this happens, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He knows your intention. What was your intention? Your intention was that I wanted to sleep with wuzu. But because you couldn't keep the air in and the gas was leaked, yeah? Because you couldn't keep the air in and you went bang, bang, and your brother said, what was that? What was that? Yeah? So Allah knows your intention. You did your wuzu. You went into bed. You didn't know that you were going to do bang, bang, like, fart. Do you understand? You didn't know.
Why don't you do wudu again?
No, but if you do wuzu again, Allah will give you a massive reward. Isaac, Allah will give you a massive reward. But if your wuzu breaks, Allah knows your intention and you'll be fine. Go on, Hannah. Everyone be quiet. Right, question time. Hannah.
Why do you want to sleep on your right hand side?
Yeah, why you want to sleep on your right hand side? Understand this carefully. They say, what? Go on, Ismail.
It's something to do with your heart.
Yeah. What it is, look, your heart, it's not, many people say, oh, my heart's on the left-hand side. It's not the left-hand side, it's a bit in the middle. It's just a little bit towards there, right? You understand? You're going to smart, Ibrahim.
Is it because Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam used to sleep like that?
Yeah, look,
I have no heart.
understand this carefully. When you sleep on your right-hand side, listen, Izyan, when you sleep on your right-hand side, your heart dangles like this. Your heart is dangling. So it carries on pumping. pumping. When you sleep on your left hand side, your heart lays down to sleep as well. Say properly, Sufyan. Your heart lays to sleep as well. So your heart goes flat. So do you understand? So that's why if you sleep on your right hand side, your heart will keep on pumping. Pumping.
On my left-hand side, because then it's next to the door and then I can't go to sleep.
Alright, okay. So you always sleep on your right because your heart's over here. When you sleep on your right, your heart dangles. So it's always pumping, it's always at work. When you sleep on your left hand side, the heart lays down as well, like Musa's doing. So if your heart's laying down and if your heart's gone to sleep, you've gone to sleep, your heart's gone to sleep, you've both gone to sleep. And then it'll be Allahumma bismika amutu wa ahya. Meaning, you won't might not wake up again. Right, you understand that? Go on, Arzu.
It's okay if you do wudu and then you do it again.
Yeah, for a reason. So, for example, if you do your wuzu and it's broken and you do it again, Allah will give you a massive reward. Yeah, Hamza.
You still get a reward if it's not broken, but you still do it.
No, remember one thing. With a wuzu, you cannot do wuzu on top of another wuzu. So, for example, if I'm in wuzu now, right? I cannot go and do another wuzu unless I perform an action which needed wuzu. Did you understand that?
No. I
Right, sit down. Yeah, be quiet. Let me explain it to you again. So, you cannot do wuzu upon wuzu. Meaning, if I am in wuzu and I want to do another wuzu, it's best not to do it unless you do something with that first wuzu that you cannot do without wuzu. If that makes sense. No, so for example, let me give you a simple example. Like, for example, I've done wuzu, right? Now, I've read my farz namaz. Okay? I've read my farz namaz. I'm still in wuzu. Now, if I want to do another wuzu, I can do another wuzu because my first namaz that I read, I could not have done without wuzu. It's a bit complicated, but I hope you understand. So look, I've done wuzu. I have done wuzu. Okay? Then I have prayed namaz. Or I have prayed Quran. Alright? I have prayed Quran. I have prayed qaza namaz. I have prayed Quran. Do you understand? I have done something which I couldn't do without wuzu. So now, if I want to do another wuzu, that's fine. If I've done a wuzu, and I haven't done anything, nothing, it's not even broken. Do you understand? And now I want to do another wuzu. Sufyan, sit properly. You won't be sitting there, baby, from tomorrow. You're not sitting properly. You can't sit like that. Okay? Do you know why? Yeah. Right? So, if you've done a wuzu and you haven't done an action with it that needed wuzu, then there's no need to do another wuzu.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Do you understand that? Who understands that? Hannah?
So, if you've done your wuzu before your namaz and you read that namaz,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if you don't do, so the next namaz you don't have to do another wuzu before.
You don't have to do another wuzu before, but if you want to do it, you're allowed to do it. Go on, Arzu. You're a bit mind-boggling, but go on.
Okay, so like if you do your wuzu and then you read namaz, and then you can do another wuzu if you want, but you don't have to. Yeah.
You don't understand, yeah.
I do.
Go on, Aliha.
What happens if your head really hurts on your right hand side?
My head's hurting now because you're not understanding what I'm trying to tell you. Right. Muzaifa.
So, like if you've done wudu and you've done namaz and then you've done wudu again, that's okay to do another wudu. But
Although it hasn't broken.
yeah.
Yeah.
But if you do wudu
And then you just go back and do it. Yeah, you haven't done anything.
Yeah, you didn't do anything.
Now if you do wuzu again, then really it's no good. Do you understand what I'm saying? So do you understand that? So if you do a wuzu with that one wuzu, so if I give you £10, and you say to me, give me another £10, I'm gonna say spend that £10 first.
Yeah.
If I give you £10, you understand? And I'm going to say to you, I'm not going to give you another £10 unless you spend that £10. So when you spend it, that £10 finished. In the same way, when you do wuzu, you use that wuzu to do something which you can do, reading namaz or reading Quran. Then after that, if you want to do another wuzu, then you can do another wuzu. Yeah, last question, Hamza, then it's home time.
Yay! You said you can't see your soul.
Yeah, you can't see your soul.
And like, if someone's taking your soul, how are they going to see it if you're saying you can't see it?
Yeah,
Not
okay.
someone is gonna take your soul.
Yeah, what it is angels. Angels we cannot see. Isaac, Dawood, angels we cannot see. They are invisible. Your soul is invisible as well. So the angel, once you die, when you are dying, understand this carefully. When you are dying, the world that you see now and the eyes that you see this world with, this world it finishes. It disappears. It disappears. So all the things that are invisible, you will see them straight away. All the things which are invisible, you will see. That's why we all ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for a good death. Ameen. Okay, right, that's the end of today's lesson. Any more questions? Tomorrow now, okay?